We back. It's another sidebar. It's Monday. I think I'm gonna start doing the sidebars on Mondays. Every Monday. Don't hold me to it though. Don't hold me to it. I'm trying to decide. It's a couple things I wanted to talk about outside of the 100 simple life truths. I'm trying to figure out which route I want to go down because I kind of want to talk about attachment styles, and I kind of want to talk about the fact that we all given the same opportunity in birth, right? We all given the same opportunity for the most part, and how we've all become, not we all, but how majority of the world is being kept poor, and like how this, I don't really want to talk too much about politics because politics gets real interesting. And I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to talk about politics. I do have another podcast that I'm supposed to be starting with a high school friend of mine. Really dope dude. We're still trying to navigate how we're gonna do it, what we're gonna name it, the logistics, because we don't live in the same we don't live in the same state, so we still figuring out how we're gonna do that. But um yeah, so I don't know what should I talk about in the sidebar. I'm thinking I'll just talk about the attachment styles, right? Because I've learned in my journey. It's something I've learned recently about attachment styles, and I know my attachment style is avoidant. I'm very avoidant. And then you have the attachment style of what's it called? Ancient, 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 anxious. Yeah, anxious. I can't say certain words, but the other attachment style is anxious. There's the avoidant, and then there's the anxious attachment styles. And for me, I'm very avoidant. I have an avoidant attachment style, which the avoidant attachment style is the people that they when there's conflict, and trust me, there's always going to be conflict in the world. They rather stop, take some time, take a day or two, few days, 3 days, and figure out their feelings, their emotions, well, really their feelings towards the conflict, towards the situation, right? And and then you have the anxious attachment style, and they are the ones that want to solve every problem right then and there, or they try to solve problems. They try to solve problems before they even occur. They try to solve problems before they even occur, and yeah. So that's the main difference between anxious and avoidant attachment styles. But then you also have. I hope it's not too loud. But then you also have like with the avoidant attachment style, they're like they don't really show feelings too much, which again is me. Like I don't really show my emotions, my feelings too often, and yeah, and that's it's not to say that either one of these attachment styles are wrong or bad, right? It's to say it's just what it is. It's just you acknowledge who you are as a person, and then you can avoid certain things because you learn who you are. As in me, now that I've learned something about myself, which is my attachment style, which I kind of knew it. I just didn't know it was like a name for it. I don't really show emotions. I am very distant in like relationships and in general, right? And for me, it's hard because I usually attract people with anxious attachment styles, and those are the people that are like can be considered clingy, or they wanna solve every problem in the moment. They don't want to wait. They're not really. They're sure about their feelings and stuff like that. So those people, bless their heart, bless their heart. Why would you park right here? Those people are very yeah. Being in a relationship where you guys have opposite attachment styles, it causes a lot of friction, right? And it takes a lot more work. It takes a lot more work to for that relationship to work because one of you guys have to, well, not one, but both of you guys got to come to a compromise and understand each other's attachment style so that you can show up for the person the way they need you to show up for them, right? Because we can show up for people the way we want to show up for them, right? Or interact with people the way we want to interact with people. But when it comes to a relationship, you have to be able to adapt to the person that you're with. You can't give everybody the same cookie cutter version of yourself, right? And I would hope that you will be more open with the person that you are with, because that kind of goes into the other aspect of something that I wanted to talk about, which was um that we all are here, someone with a common goal of just like making it, right? We all are here in a common goal of making it and being able to, just do and say what we got to do, not leaving a legacy, someone leaving a legacy. And it's not about the things. It's not about, oh, I got this car, I got this, that, third, whatever the case may be. I got bought this house. It's about having an option to. For me, it's about having an option to. Like I said in one of the 100 Simple Life Truths, I don't really want a Pagani, which is a car. If you know Pagani, it's a very luxurious car. I don't really want to drive one of those though. I just want to have the option to be able to do it. And that's what it is. Putting yourself. A lot of people don't have the. A lot of people aren't built to like survive in this world. A lot of people are really not built to survive in this world. And when it goes back, I'm gonna go back to attachment styles, because you guys know I ramble a lot. I just talk about whatever comes to mind. There's so much that I want to do in this world, right? And it kind of plays into my avoidant style, because I somewhat avoid just jumping into things. And even with the 100 Simple Life Truths, it took a lot for me to get up to 80 episodes. I'm on. Hopefully, I can record episode 81 today, but I did 80 episodes, and I'm very. My planning stages take too long, basically, and I got to think about my feelings and things like that before I jump into something. And the anxious. I can't say that word. Like, that word is destroying me today. The anxious attachment style are people that get things done, somewhat kind of get things done, like because they want to get it over with, and they just want to jump into it. Like they're anxious. Like the word is within itself, anxious. I'm anxious to get this done. I'm anxious to see what life brings, right? And I can have that somewhat be a part of my life, a part of my lifestyle mentality to a certain aspect. When it comes to relationships, though, like me personally, I just like my space, and I'm very avoidant. Like, I can be fully like in love with someone. As an Aquarius, I love, right. Um, but as you know, for me, I love, right, and I can be in love with someone, but not really need to be around them all the time, 24/7, whatever the case may be. And when it comes to these relationships, when it comes to an anxious, avoidant relationship, those are the relationships that a lot of people see as toxic, because they go back and forth where it's a kind of a tug of war type of situation, because the anxious one is always wants to be around the avoidant one, and the avoidant one is always just avoidant. But then when it kind of switches, so to speak, when the avoidant person is like, okay, now I'm not getting what I want, or now I feel like I'm like it's hard for me to articulate. But the avoidant life, the avoidant attachment style really isn't really avoidant, but they are kind of like guarding their hearts as well, in terms of they don't want to put too much out there, because they feel like they're gonna get hurt in the long run. And then once they get to a point where it's like, okay, now I can start showing myself. By that time, the anxious like the anxious what is this person doing, bro? The anxious attachment style. I'm sorry, I'm driving. These people can't drive. The anxious attachment style has already checked out because they've been anxious. They've been pulling, trying to spend as much time with the person and be around the person all the time because they show their love just differently, right? And it's not to say either one of those is wrong or either one of those is right. It's just a fact of what it is. It's just a fact of what it is. And with these lifestyles, you need to be able to fully identify with it. Someone walking past, fully identify with it, and not necessarily avoid the opposite um attachment style as you. But the more you know about yourself, the better you can navigate through the world. The better you'll be able to navigate through the world and be able to understand like why you go through certain things, why certain things happen to you, or why you're in certain situations in certain relationships, and why things may feel toxic, right? Things may feel toxic. You may be going back and forth with somebody, and it's just the love is there, whatever the case may be, but you guys just go back and forth all the time, and it's like you break up one week and you're together the next week, break up one week. It's like a tug of war. Like one day you're giving into them, and you're just happy with whatever their attachment style is. They're avoidant, or and whatever. Cool, you want to be avoidant, we avoid it, or the anxious attachment style, and you guys just solve all your problems right then and there. Because at the end of the day, there will always be problems, and how you solve them, how you guys navigate through those problems is what's gonna be the make or break in the relationship. So try to somewhat figure out your attachment style, figure out your partner's attachment style, and go from there. And go from there. This person is taking the spot that I was gonna park in. What a person. What a person. I see you, Fulio. That sucks. So now I am going to kind of somewhat park over here, which is not even really a parking spot, but whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say in terms of attachment styles. Attachment styles. Yeah, tune in. Tune in. I'll be doing episode 81 soon, real soon. Not too sure when, but soon. I made it to my destination, so I'll see you guys later.